Hello everyone. It seems like 2023 was the year when everybody started traveling again. This was right after the pandemic. So Don and I decided to go ahead and travel some more. And so we ended up for the year 2023 going to 14 countries, 32 cities, and 3 territories. And Don had a heart attack and was hospitalized in the middle of the year. And so we did not go anywhere for 2 months. But when he got better, we started traveling again. We decided that being in a different environment was a way for him to heal and stay active and enjoy life to the fullest. So with a bag full of medications and 2 suitcases, we started traveling again. We hope that this video will give you a glimpse of what to expect, what you can see from these places. Perhaps this will inspire you to travel and explore, or give you some idea as to where you would like to go. This is Lisbon, Portugal. Take a stroll through Avenida de Liberdade, known as Liberty Avenue. It's a grand boulevard that runs through the center of town. It is famous for luxury shops, historic buildings, statues, and picturesque gardens. Another place to visit is this old town called Alfama. There are narrow and steep streets, and the many alleys and side streets can get you lost. It is a maze of medieval streets. You can listen to fado music in Lisbon's rustic neighborhood. Visit Lisbon's harbor on the Tagus River. Discover the Belém Tower, which was built in 1515 as a fortress to guard the entrance to the harbor. Here you'll find Maritime Museum and the Discoveries Monument that was built to honor the death of Prince Henry the Navigator. It has sculptures of important historical figures such as King Manuel I, the explorers, Vasco da Gama, Magellan, Cabral, and several other notable Portuguese explorers. Casablanca, also known as White City, is in Morocco. Many tourists, especially Europeans, choose to come here to spend their holiday. One of the places that draws people to come here is the Hassan II Mosque, which is the 7th largest mosque in the world and is visited by Muslims and non-Muslims people. The interior is very impressive. There are shops where you can buy the beautiful carpets and also the local product of argan oil. The Kasbah of Agadir is the landmark of what was once the fortress on top of the mountain that is 236 meters above sea level. The earthquake in 1960 destroyed it and is now being renovated. It's a great lookout point. You have heard the phrase solid as a rock, which refers to Gibraltar, UK territory. You will be surprised that it is the opposite of what they say it is. The mountain is hollow inside with more than 200 caves. When you get up to the top of the mountain, you will have a breathtaking view of the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. You will enjoy also watching the Barbary monkeys freely roam this place, and they are quite entertaining to watch. As you look at this map, you can see that the road and the airport runway crosses each other. When a plane lands, the road is closed until the plane comes to a stop. This is Cannes, France, which is part of the French Riviera and is known for its film festival held every year. It has a reputation of sophistication and glamour. If you love shopping the name brand stores, this is the place to go. Dubrovnik is a city in Croatia. It's known for its distinctive medieval walls in Old Town, encircled with massive stone walls completed in the 16th century. The movies Star Wars and Game of Thrones were filmed in this location. This is known as the most touristed place, and it is a luxury destination. Perhaps the mild climate and the beautiful scenery drives the people here also. This is the island of Corfu in Greece. The place to visit here is Von Ripo's Palace, which is the birthplace of Prince Charles of Edinburgh. This Venetian fortress here guarded this place from being invaded. The old town is a maze of narrow streets, charming squares, and historical landmarks. To experience more of the culture, visit one of its villages here in Greece to get a taste of Greek food and dancing. Alborobello is in Italy. This reminds me of the characters the Smurfs. Were the houses here built for the Smurfs? You will see what I mean. It's like a medieval fantasy novel where the houses have cone roofs. The wrath of Mount Vesuvius covered this town called Herculean in Italy. It was a cataclysmic eruption that took place in 79 CE and covered the town with ashes. However, the ash and pumice preserved the city intact. So these are the remains. Now we can learn something about their way of life. This is a great place to visit for history buffs and archaeological enthusiasts. Sorrento and the Amalfi coast in Italy. We experienced a little bit of rain during our visit to Sorrento and the Amalfi coast, but it was well worth it. There are many unique boutiques that you can shop, a little spendy. There's a must that you must taste the limoncello liqueur from this area. Another destination in Italy is Trieste, which is famous for its Grand Canal and, of course, coffee. There are so many coffee houses in this city. It is a must to try their cappuccino. Piran, Slovenia is very charming with medieval architecture and narrow streets. And of course, what stood out for me was to try out their multi-layered pastry cake that's made out of poppy seeds, walnuts, apples, raisins, and quark fillings, and this is their favorite specialty. Kotor, Montenegro is a place that will make you wonder if you have stepped into a time machine back into the past in medieval times. It's a fun place to explore and walk around because you'll never know what you will find around the corner. If you are a cat lover, you might be interested to know that this is the feline capital of the world. Yes, people from all over the world come here to look for the cats and feed them. Taormina, Sicily has stunning view, for it sits on a cliff overlooking the Ionian Sea with a view of Mount Etna. The Romans, the Byzantines, the Arabs, the Normans, and Spaniards came and left their mark on this town, leaving a fascinating culture and architecture. Did you know that Savalca, also in Sicily, was a quiet village hidden in the mountains and became famous when Francis Ford Coppola filmed the movie The Godfather in this location? You can visit the old church and the Bar Vitel bar and take home a lot of Godfather souvenirs. Such a beautiful countryside. The island of Malta is a very small and independent country. It is very densely populated, so during the tourist season, it gets crowded. This country was ruled by the Romans, the Moors, the French, and the British. It is loaded with historical sights to see, great landscapes, and the food selection is also influenced by the many cultures. We are going to switch to a different part of the world now. Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil is one of the busiest beaches I have ever seen. It is about 5 kilometers long on the Atlantic shore. This is a beautiful beach where the water is calm so you can swim in it. and the pavement sidewalk makes it easy to stroll along the beach. What is nice here is that every weekend they close down the street for joggers and walkers. This is a perfect place for triathlon races. Close by are attractions such as the Mount Corcovado, where the 98-foot tall Christ Redeemer statue stands. And there's Sugarloaf Peak, where you can have 360 degrees view of Rio de Janeiro. There's also a free attraction, and that's to see the famous Celeron Stairway. Another interesting destination is Cambodia. The capital city is Phnom Penh, the main center between the Khmer Rouge Empire and the French colonists. It sits on the junction of the Mekong and the two other rivers. Here you can see the contrast between the rich high-rise buildings and the fleet of seafarers who live in the little boats living in poverty. There are many attractions to visit here, such as the Royal Palace. Go to one of the many massage studios and they will treat you like a queen or a king. It's fairly inexpensive also, and the food is phenomenal. Close by you can visit the largest religious structure, which is Angkor Wat. They say that early morning dawn is the best time to visit. It has been said that Malaysia is all the adventures without the cost. They are affordable for tourists to visit. Visit the iconic towers such as the Petronas Building or the KL Tower. Take in the breathtaking views from the top of the many skyscrapers. It is also known as the melting pot of cultures. It is a mix of Malay, Chinese, Indian, and European cultural influences. Within proximity to each other, you can visit the famous Chinatown, the many Chinese clan jetties, and Little India. In Malacca, you can see the Dutch influence as you walk through the town or cruise down the river. Last but not least is the Philippine Islands. Palawan is just one of over 7,600 islands in the Philippines. It has unspoiled natural beauty and secluded beaches. It's a scuba diver's haven with many small islands to explore. This island is also very affordable to live and visit. Thank you so much for watching. Subscription is requested, so please click the bell and click the like button. Below is a list of the places I covered. Some of these destinations have a YouTube link next to the name. Feel free to make a comment, or if you have questions about any of these places, I will be glad to answer them for you.